Okay, there's a couple of introductions I'd like to make and thank yous. All this would not have been made possible without help from economic development with Cameo Carey and also with Lindsay Hoover from the Simonson Construction Group. Thank you, ladies. You know, if you ever want to get something done, you get a couple ladies involved and things happen. Also, I'd like to introduce my fellow commissioners, Commissioner Denny Biddle, if you'll stand, Commissioner Jim Justice, we have a good relationship, and when we recognize projects are vital and make sense, we act on them. And we ended up, we gave them $550,000 of ARPA dollars, American Rescue Plan Act dollars, and we also put in another $900,000 for a total of $1.45 million. Also in attendance, we have Jim Bryant, who is the Director of Aviation for Ohio. Jim is formerly with the State Patrol in the aviation end of it. So I'd like to go ahead and introduce the Airport Authority trustees. The county commissioners actually appoint those trustees, and they, especially this last couple of years, they put in countless hours of volunteer time. Yes, volunteer. They don't get paid, but they sure put the time in, and they earn their pay. But we don't pay them. So I'd like to start with Ken Van Dyne. Ken is currently the president, and he's actually been the president for some time. And Ken, great guy. You may see him chasing me down in a cornfield to get me to sign an FAA agreement, or in the office or out at the farm. Ken does a good job. Our next one is Joe Kohler. Joe has been on the board for how many years? 5 years. And Joe is a former air traffic control operator. And I forgot to mention, Ken comes from the IT world. And then we have Dr. Murdad Tavali, who's a physician and surgeon in Ashland. Thank you. And then we have Tom Zupan, who is an industrialist and economic developer. And he's also, I gotta mention this, he's a Mapleton graduate. Go Mounties. Oh, you didn't? They didn't let you graduate, huh? And Steve Bechtel. Steve is the founder of Blue Northern Enterprises, which is a pipeline patrol company. And also, he's been in the Air Guard and, what's it, Air Force? Reserves. C-130 pilot. He has basically flown pretty much around the world in not so nice of places. And I want to thank him for his service. And so our first speaker is Tom Zupan.
This is like just like church. There's always a bunch of empty seats in the front row. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here on this exciting day for our airport and really the entire community. For those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting personally, my name is Tom Zupan, and I have the honor of serving as one of the trustees on the airport board. Thank you, Commissioner Welch, for recognizing all the airport trustees in your opening remarks. I would also like to acknowledge our airport manager, Mr. Denny Baum, and our airport secretary, Tracy Baum. Both of those Folks just work tirelessly and really keep this place running smoothly. They deserve a little recognition. Today marks the beginning of an important next chapter for the airport with the groundbreaking of our new terminal building. This project has been years in the making, and I'd like to take just a moment to share with you how we got here. As some of you know, our current terminal facility has served us well over the years, but as we evaluated its condition, it became clear that repair was just not a viable option. The building is no longer adequate to meet the needs of our growing aviation community and many visitors. So rather than continue to patch an aging structure, the board made the decision to invest in something forward-looking, a new terminal designed to support a long-term vision. As part of that vision, we included space for a future flight school in the scope of the new facility design, one we hope will take root right here and train the next generation of pilots. This undertaking builds on a proud history of many millions of dollars of investment over the years, funded with FAA grants and a lot of strong community support locally. The airport was originally built nearly 60 years ago, and since then, there have been steady improvements. In the mid-90s, the Airport Authority constructed rows of T-hangars that still serve many tenants today. In 2010, the taxiways were completely demolished and reconstructed and widened. In 2018, we acquired 28 acres of land just south of the runway, which will enable the building of a new Route 42 direct access road slated for construction early next year. Most recently, in 2023, we acquired this 8,000 square foot hangar and an undeveloped adjacent site perfect for the terminal added to the airport property, which lays the groundwork for projects just like the one we're celebrating today. The terminal we're breaking ground on today will help us build on this momentum. This will be more than a building. It's a symbol of growth, a driver of development, and a commitment to the future of general aviation in our state. This project initiative will undoubtedly help the airport flourish and foster much more economic development. This $1.95 million project is being funded through true partnerships with 3 sponsors. Capital has been provided, as you now know from opening remarks, by the county commissioners, Denny Biddle, Mike Welch, and Jim Justice. Also making major impacts are grants from the state of Ohio, from a capital projects fund, and another from Jobs Ohio under the Ohio Site Inventory Program. The scope of improvements includes refurbishment of this hangar, which is far from done, as you can note, that will house aircraft for pilot training. We're really deeply grateful to these partners for believing in the vision and the potential of this airport. On behalf of the Airport Authority and the growing number of users, future pilots, and all those who care about our community, we thank you. Sponsors, we thank you deeply. I also want to thank our design and construction partners. Brad Adams with VSWC Architecture is our architect, who with great patience and creative talent developed the design, which is both aesthetically pleasing and highly functional. Selection of the contractor went through a 4-bidder competitive bidding process to ensure transparency and fiscal responsibility, culminating in the award of a local firm, Simonson Construction Services. We're proud to be working with them. They're a firm that understands the importance of delivering quality infrastructure that will serve this community for decades to come. Before we hear from several other very important folks without whom this project could not have come to fruition, I'd like to invite someone who has been instrumental in shaping the long-term vision for aviation education here at the Ashland County Airport. You'll next hear from Steve Bechtel, who will share more about our plans for developing a flight school on this site. Thank you again for joining us, and thank you for supporting aviation, Ashland County, and the state of Ohio. Thank you.
Again, I'm Steve Bechtel, and thank you everybody for coming to help us celebrate today. This day has been a long time in the making. The Ashland County has been in great need of a new terminal building, as Tom said, for many years. Countless volunteer hours, days really, and dollars have gone into keeping the current building functional, and we've made it last for a lot of years. Ashland County Airport quietly serves our community, powered largely by volunteers here. Many people have spent endless hours working on the vision for this new terminal building and have been striving for this goal for many years. A big thank you to Tom Zupan for his unwavering dedication over the years. As I've served on the board, I'm not sure how long now, but a while, I've witnessed Tom's tireless drive to acquire the land, secure the hangar building here, and obtain the funding, and most importantly, keep our design in check to stay within the budget. So, everyone in the Ashland County Airport community is also grateful to the Ashland County Commissioners for recognizing our need and seeing the economic value of investing in the airport. Their support has been crucial. We're also deeply thankful to Jobs Ohio and the state of Ohio for backing our goal of establishing a top-notch flight school in Ashland. This beautiful new terminal building, designed by Brad Adams and his team at DSWC Architects, is built to inspire the next generation of aviation professionals. From the airfoil design that you'll see on the pictures back there, to the public spaces and rooms that are perfect for watching runway activity. This facility is designed to foster a passion for flight. We look forward to seeing many kids, just like I was, finding any excuse I could to hang out at the local airport and just watch airplanes fly and be captivated by the magic of aviation. We've been working towards this goal for so long that we realized a dedicated space to house such a school, we needed that first to be taken seriously. And as I met Diana, who you'll hear from next, she said, wow, you guys were ready to go and this thing came about quick. Well, I'm glad it looked that way. But yeah, we were ready to go and hit the ground running because we realized if we really wanted to put something in here, we had to make it happen. Now that we're here, the excitement's contagious, and moving forward, we're actively collaborating with several interested parties and universities to make Ashland a destination for aviation training. Universities across the country either have long wait lists or are just turning students away right now. Meanwhile, pilot and mechanic jobs are going unfilled, and these are all well-paying jobs, both in the area and across the entire country. I recently spoke with a chief pilot at a major airline with a significant regional presence, and he shared that their goal is to add 11,000 pilots to their pilot force in the next 5 years by 2030. I'm not sure how that's going to be possible, but that's their stated goal. That's about a 60% increase in their current pilot workforce. To put that in perspective, that's one company aiming to hire 20% of all the actively registered student pilots in the U.S. right now. And that doesn't even include any other airlines, corporate flight departments, and general aviation jobs. Blue Northern Enterprises, that now part of Bar Air Patrol, which my wife and I operated here for 17 years of the over 40 years it's been operating here, is just one example of the kind of aviation business activity that has thrived here at Ashland County Airport. We hope to grow even further those jobs with this new facility. The Ashland County Airport is committed to filling these walls with students, helping to meet the aviation industry's workforce demands and creating opportunities for young people in Ashland and beyond. This new terminal will also serve as a welcoming and functional gateway for business and tourism in Ashland County. When a company considers locating in Ashland, we're often the first to know around here because they fly into our airport to do site visits and market research. Beyond the 5 businesses or so that currently operate directly from the airport, many more dollars flow into the local economy through visitors who stop at the Finn, Grandpa's Cheese Barn, local hotels and restaurants, or do business with area manufacturers, hospitals, or the university. This building will be Ashland's first impression on many decision makers and a catalyst for economic development. Thanks again for celebrating with us today and being part of Ashland's new terminal and education building.
Thank you, Tom and Steve. Our next speaker is Diane Reif, and she's with Jobs Ohio as the Sites Director.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Wow, this is really exciting for Ashland. I'm the Senior Director of Sites, Jobs Ohio. I've been with Jobs Ohio 12 years, and as we've evolved, it's been tremendous to be able to have opportunities like this. I'm happy to partner with Senator Romanchuk and State Representative Miller here with us, plus plenty of other elected officials as well as really interested parties. We team up with the Ohio Department of Development oftentimes in being able to provide support that would kick a project into moving forward. That's really exciting from our standpoint. We also enjoy being able to partner with the airports to fill this great need of being able to provide pilot training, mechanic training, and coordinating with various upper level education opportunities to provide those certifications. Jobs Ohio is the state's economic development corporation. We are a private nonprofit. We help companies and the people thrive in Ohio. Investing in this terminal expansion will support Ashland, Northeast Ohio region, and the state by filling the workforce pipeline for the aviation industry to help Ohio continue to grow. Statistic that I was told, by 2039, North America will need 208,000 new pilots,
192,000 technicians.
to satisfy this growing demand. Wow, those are great numbers and glad to have Ashland be part of it. The facility is part of a 141 flight school, a federal aviation FAA certified program. That's very exciting to us because we want to support as many of those in Ohio as we can, knowing this industry needs to grow. We are a nationally recognized leader in aviation and advanced air mobility. The addition of this enhances our leadership position. The flight school is centrally located and will make it accessible to students from all over Northeast Ohio as well as other nearby regions. We call our Ohio Site Inventory Program the OSIP program. It is pivotal to cover critical initial phases of projects, including demolition of existing structures, new infrastructure, new construction, development basically for opportunities to grow Ohio businesses or attract additional businesses. Our assistance is that final funding piece. $300,000 made all the difference in the world for this project, and we were really excited. I don't want to shortchange the amount of work, but once we provided the grant opportunity, wow, they ripped through the process of our approvals, getting the application in, getting the grant executed, et cetera, being able to have a groundbreaking event. We'd like to say congratulations to this whole team on groundbreaking, and the rest of my team said we're waiting for the invitation for the building grand opening, by the way. So I am here to introduce Senator Romanchuk now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Congratulations to the Ashland community, to the authority for finally getting this done, and thank you to the sponsors, Jobs Ohio, the commissioners. I always knew the commissioners had all the money, so this is just proof of it. Sheriff, you know who to call when you need something. And I also want to thank the taxpayers of Ohio, because of the taxpayers, we at the state level have money to push back out for projects such as this. I want to also thank you for all your perseverance, because I know this topic has been coming up for the last several years, including with Representative Kick, Melanie's predecessor. So he really was the one who spearheaded this in the beginning, and through the help of the commissioners, made aware of the project. So I want to thank Representative Kick, who's no longer in office because of term limits, but he did a yeoman's job on this project. With me today, I have what we call a President's Letter from the Senate. I want to present to you, congratulating you on your groundbreaking. And we look forward to coming back and seeing the terminal as well. So again, congratulations and thank you. Okay, I guess Representative Miller now will come up and do her part. Representative?
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here today, and it is really an exciting day in Ashland County. Very exciting. Well, I'm here to bring the excitement, I suppose, and I appreciate all the comments and the perseverance of everyone who's been a part of this project and all the leaders that are here to commemorate this very important moment in history in Ashland County. But when I think about Ohio, you know, we are known as the birthplace of aviation, and particularly Dayton, Ohio, when we think of the Wright brothers pioneering work in aviation. And quite honestly, our great state of Ohio continues to be a hub for aviation and aerospace innovation. And what a wonderful thing to see the growth that's taking place in Ashland County and the need for the improvements, because we need pilots trained. We need mechanics trained on how to operate on these places. And quite honestly, when I think of our airport, when you go to Cleveland or Columbus or Akron or any of the major airports, that's really the front door to our state. It's the first impression when people come to our state when they come to the airport, and they're looking at, what do their airports look like? I don't know about you, but I certainly remember the ones that aren't as tidy and clean and well kept, and you do remember the ones that were excellent. And there's no exception here in Ashland County. When people use our Ashland County Airport, when they come here for the incredible Veterans Appreciation Day, for Air Ohio, and so many other wonderful things, we get to allow now, as we have been talking about making Ashland and Ashland County sparkle, now our Ashland County Airport will get to sparkle even more with these improvements and this new groundbreaking today. I wanted to share with you, as one of the very first tasks that Senator Romanchuk and I do at the very beginning of the General Assembly, is we pass one of the most important and largest jobs bill in the state of Ohio, and that is, this year, it's House Bill 54. It's Ohio's transportation budget, which invests in preserving Ohio's infrastructure, promoting economic development, you've heard that term many times today, and innovation, and boosting public safety so that we can keep our great state of Ohio moving forward. As I mentioned, this is one of our largest jobs bill, investing $11.48 billion over the next 2 years in Ohio. And the airports are a big part of that. I wanted to share with you that this, with the transportation budget that was recently passed here at the end of March, one of the things that we created was the Division of Advanced Air Mobility, AAM, which will now be under the Ohio Department of Transportation, so that we can continue to increase efficiency when transporting cargo and solidifying Ohio's position as a leader in innovation. Let me share with you a quick little statistic. Did you know that the state of Ohio has 104 publicly owned and publicly used aviation facilities in 84 of our 88 counties? Pretty cool fact. And Ashland, Ohio, Ashland County is a part of that. So what an exciting opportunity for Ohio. Also, as the chair of our new committee in the House, the Arts, Athletic, and Tourism Committee, I heard tourism is a big part. When the folks that are the catalyst for economic development, these are the decision makers, are coming to our airport looking at things. What an awesome opportunity to draw more people to our state, and particularly the great area of Ashland County. So without further ado, it is my honor and pleasure to present a commendation On behalf of the state of Ohio and the Ohio House of Representatives, I see Senator Romachuk left his here, but I'm happy to present this. Tom, if you would be willing to accept this on behalf, since you're right here next to me here. We have this in a frame from the House. We just want to congratulate you on this very special day, groundbreaking. This is a long time coming. So on behalf of the state of Ohio, we want to salute everyone who's had a role in making this very special day possible. Congratulate you on this momentous occasion. Thank you. You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. For MC here.
Okay, thank you, Melanie. Mark, thanks. Diana, thanks. And this is going to wrap it up. And we are going to have the groundbreaking ceremony outside. And obviously, this is a day that if you were flying, you might be doing a lot of crabbing, landing or whatever. So, all those that are supposed to be in the picture, I think you've had a heads up on it. We'd like you to come out, grab a hat, grab shovels, and we'll get digging. Thank you.